I finally made it all the way up here. But if I'm being honest, it was never about this moment. It never is. We chase destinations, believing that they hold the answer. But the truth is, the view doesn't change you as much as I thought it would. The climb does. And maybe the real journey was the profound experiences and growth that we encounter before ever even reaching this point. It's 2 a.m, and it's 6 degrees Fahrenheit outside. My bed is way more inviting compared to the conditions I'm about to face. But something in me, something small but stubborn, says to go. And maybe that's the part I need to listen to. Comfort is like this giant black hole. We tend to gravitate towards it. But it's the discomfort that sparks our own personal growth. It's the discomfort that challenges us, inspiring us to reach new heights. And so, I'm going, because I know that just beyond this hesitation, there's a whole world that's worth finding. It's so cold out here. It's like 9 degrees. When it's this dark and cold out here, your mind just starts to fill in the gaps. I always start to have these thoughts like, what's ahead? And what if I get lost? It's interesting, regardless of our individual experiences, of how our brains just respond to the unknown. Our minds have this fascinating habit of wanting to jump to the worst case scenarios. I think that this is a quirk that we all share, even though they're not based on facts. It's a response that the body experiences, a natural attempt to convince you to turn back before you even begin. Hiking in the dark is different. You can't see where the trail leads, but you just have to trust it. It's a leap of faith into the unknown. Every crunch of snow underfoot feels louder, every shadow stretches further, and fear can easily take hold. I've learned that if you search for the light, you can always find it. But if you just focus solely on the dark, that's all you'll see. Your focus is your power. I wonder how often I've let that fear stop me from stepping forward. The only way to know what's waiting for you is to keep walking, keep moving forward, and trust the process. The journey is worth it. Perspective is everything. The climb seemed impossible in the dark. Each step weighted by fear and disbelief. The fear of the unknown, the disbelief at times of my own abilities, they all added weight to each step. And yet here I am now, as morning creeps in to reveal all in the night has stayed exactly as it was before. Only my vision has improved. The incline was never easy, and the trail was forever shrouded in this difficulty, like a dense fog that refused to lift. And yet, in the morning's warm glow, even these obstacles now seem not so difficult. That fear which once cloaked every step in dread has now dissipated, making way for the clarity that only the morning sunlight can bring. It's a transformation that inspires and empowers. Isn't that true of life? The details often overwhelm us in the midst of our own difficulties. Each obstruction is a monumental mountain. When you step back from that small perspective to see the larger landscape, the pieces start to fit together. Burdens that we carry today are simply part of life's tapestry. We can't remove them, but we can connect and embrace them to grow wiser and more experienced. I thought for sure after hiking up this hill that I'd reach the peak, but it looks like I'm wrong. I have about a half mile to go. It's kind of funny that life has this way of making us think that we've reached our destination, only to reveal that every end is just a new beginning to a new chapter. This perpetual motion fuels our motivation to keep forging ahead. This climb is still weighing on me, and I'm feeling pretty exhausted and cold. It's like 12 degrees out here, but it's not bothering me as much anymore now that I know that I'm getting closer to the summit. Perhaps that's life's ultimate lesson. While the hurdles never truly disappear, we learn to meet them with a new sense of renewed strength. I think this is a common lesson that we all share and a journey that we embark on. This is exactly what I aimed for. But as I stand here, I realize it was never solely about reaching the summit. It was about proving to myself that I could achieve it despite difficult conditions, that I persisted and refused to let the voice of doubt take control. This experience shines a light on our own individual strengths and resilience that we all have. The view is breathtaking, but I think the true victory lies in the journey, in the discomfort, and in the overcoming of moments of uncertainty. The truth is, we all need experiences like this to unlock our true strength and potential. If you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing to my channel. And if you're curious about how I stay warm out here in deep winter in the middle of Colorado, you should check out this next video over here. I'll see you over there.